Emdiel needs to... It's always very risky to flank as an AD carry. Yeah, Emdiel not opting to go in there early. Wow. Okay. Very nice, he cornered the Xayah there, she couldn't really go anywhere. The ulti even covered this corner, which was very important for this fight. Hey, this is patch 8.22 Dark Harvest Challenger Misfortune Analysis, and we are looking at Emdiel because he is my go-to Dark Harvest player. He is probably the most aggressive Misfortune there is, as he always goes Dark Harvest with full lethality and full damage runes in general, and doesn't even buy boots, so he gets his lethality items even more quickly. His runes, by the way, are, well, Dark Harvest, Taste of Blood, Eyebow Collection, Ultimate Hunter, Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm. So really every AD rune he can get. And obviously his items all AD and all lethality. He's playing against the infamous Xayah Rakan. They are not going for a level 1 cheese, which is nice. I always hate it. You have to stay so far away from every bush because they will just be sitting there trying to cheese you. Yeah, but Thresh Misfortune against Xayah Rakan. Emdiel personally likes to play with Rakan's support himself. Maybe they got outpicked this game, I don't know. But he's with Thresh this time, which is also fine because Thresh's ultimate synergizes quite nicely with Misfortune's ultimate. And apart from that, obviously Misfortune likes hook supports, since every hook means all you need to do is press R. There we have it. Obviously Misfortune does not have R yet. Misfortune staying out of the Xayah feathers, which is nice. And Xayah taking so much minion damage. Okay, so they both lost quite a bit of health, and Thresh also lost health, but Misfortune stayed full health, so they have the advantage there. And the cheeky Nidalee gank, the nice ward over the wall. But they should be fine for now. This Misfortune build doesn't push too hard. Well, to be fair, it doesn't push at all, since you don't really have any mana whatsoever. You have, yeah, you don't have mana for Band, you don't have Biscuits or Doran's Ring or anything. Okay, and this is a nasty invade there. Nidalee abusing her early game strength, as she's supposed to. Misfortune cannot really help either, because, as I've mentioned, she doesn't push that hard. And that means you don't have lane priority, and you have to farm your minions under turret. But this should be fine. With that much AD and with Love Tap, farming under turret is not too bad. Misfortune should get most of them under turret. Yeah, but still Xayah starting Doran's shield, obviously respecting Misfortune's early game power, and Xayah thinks she outscales Misfortune, but from my experience, if you go Dark Harvest Misfortune, you don't really get outscaled by anyone, really. But you get outscaled by Twitch, maybe, because, well, he scales very hard. Maybe by Sivir, all those hyper carries, but Xayah, I don't really know. It's hard to say. Misfortune definitely has more burst damage. In extended duels, Xayah will have the edge, assuming that she lives the first auto from Misfortune. But, oh well. I'm also very curious about the new Dark Harvest, if this also will scale that hard, and if Emdiel is going to use it. I would guess so. I think he said he would use it, but if anything in his playstyle changes, I would guess not. So, stay tuned for more Emdiel. But the Zane phase is going to be a little bit more on the quiet side. Thresh just cheekily taking a caster minion there. Misfortune 10 farm ahead though. I don't really know how that happened. Xayah must have missed a lot of minions randomly, I guess, but that's really it. Right, first recall at 1.1k. No, at 1.3k. I was looking at the wrong side. And looks like a Serrated Dirk. Where do I change? Oh, there. Yeah, Serrated Dirk plus Doran's Blade still. So obviously Emdiel valuing lethality very highly obviously buys it well, the lethality component before the cooldown reduction component. His items are, he goes always for Duskblade first, and it's a close call between what is better, Duskblade or Ghostblade, and well, Emdiel always buys Duskblade first, and his reasons are he gets vision control, and he gets to stack his eyeball collection faster, which means more AD, and also Duskblade has 3 more points of lethality on it, so that might also be motivation for Emdiel to buy it. But my personal rule of thumb is, if you're still in the lane phase and about to complete your first lethality item, I would go for Duskblade, because you can really abuse the Night Stalker passive with those bushes and deal a lot of damage that way. But if you are going, well, if lane phase is over and you're going for rotations, then I like Ghostblade a little bit better, because, well, people tend to sleep on the out of combat movement speed, and you really shouldn't. Wow, she just eats a crit right there. But yeah, the out of combat movement speed obviously helps you to rotate, and something that also should be mentioned, if you're going for Misfortune without boots, then the active of Ghostblade allows you to kind of pretend you have boots as long as it's active. So for the few seconds you get the movement speed boost, you can, even if you're not hit out of strut, you can still kind of keep up with enemies with boots. But yeah, so I like Ghostblade better in general if you go for bootless, but Emdiel, he always buys Duskblade first. He doesn't care. So Zaya right now also at a nice BF sword power spike. So definitely nothing to scoff at. But, well, the general game plan doesn't change. Misfortune still waits for Thresh to do something, especially now that she's level 6. She waits for Thresh to land a hook. Wow, the coordination. She really trusted her teammates there. Yeah, Misfortune ulted, in case you're wondering. She ulted because Zac was coming in, and Thresh reacted very nicely to the ult. He just flashed in and flayed them, so as to lock them in place. And it worked, they got a kill. And they obviously can now shove the lane in because numbers advantage. Yeah, and now Zaya loses this farm at a turret, Misfortune can recall, everything textbook, and return with another component plus a longsword. Yeah, it's quite convenient that the components for Misfortune's items are mainly longswords, so you can really almost always spend any gold you have with you. And if it doesn't, if it's not enough for a longsword, you obviously can still buy a refillable potion or control wards. You're never really sitting on gold. With other champions where you really need the BF sword, you sometimes just return to lane with 1k gold, which is a nightmare. The repeat gank, oh my god. Oh my god, that's brutal. Misfortune getting knocked up though. She might die even. Yeah, the main problem here was that she didn't dodge the Rakan. Obviously that distance is almost nothing, so it's kind of impossible to dodge, but Emdiel should have, as soon as Emdiel noticed that the Zac got them with his ulti, he should have kited backwards, since Zac is going to bring them into the tower or close to the tower anyway. Minor positioning mistake, not sure if it mattered, since Rakan might have gotten the knock-up anyway, but the optimal play was definitely to just retreat as soon as you see the Zac landing his ulti. So he got another longsword. Kind of awkward to be sitting on 2 components plus 2 longswords, since that's the gold equivalent of 1 completed item. But what can you do? He didn't plan to die, obviously. And now he, well, if he dies one more time or needs to recall early, he can buy a triple longsword, because upgrading these unique passives, upgrading doesn't do any good. So upgrading to another Dirk, useless since the passives are unique, as you can see. So his dream obviously would be to just buy a lethality item so he could then just stack his components again. But triple longsword also an option. obviously you then are slot locked and cannot buy wards, but so be it. You always have to use your gold efficiently, and this this build path is really convenient for this. First Drake, Mountain Drake, by the way, and well, pros say Mountain Drake is the most important. I would argue against that, but who am I to talk, right? And yeah, Zac has played a little bit around bot lane, but again, not really, because he hasn't attempted to set up any dragon plays. Dragon is not even warded. And right now that both junglers are playing around top lane. Oh well. Just some random skirmishes going down bot lane, but nothing serious, it looks like. And now Emdiel also already has the critical 700 gold mark, which means his next back will give him a completed item, since Duskblade the combined cost is 700 gold. Still not getting any hooks. Ooh, nice. Yeah, all this early AD obviously allows you to kill minions with your Q quite early. His skill order is just a standard Q max with W max second and E as a 1-point wonder. Ah, okay. This play, quite interesting. I personally like it, even though it didn't work. But let's look at it again. So the minions are coming, and Misfortune tries to get a... Okay. Tries to get a... Oh, that was a raw Q, that wasn't even a bounce. But tries to sneak a kill with the Dark Harvest Q plus a few waves of R. Unluckily, the R was... The aim was a little bit off, so didn't happen. But the idea was correct, definitely. Zaya could have easily died there. Just some minor mistakes by Emdiel. And he should be able to get this tower, yeah, but he dies for it. That was obviously greedy. He didn't know where the Nidalee was, and yeah, he died for it. No vision, nothing. He greeted for the tower, but it's debatable. It might even be worth it. I mean, first tower gold is a lot, and not only are you as an AD carry getting it. Wait, was it even first tower gold? When did mid fall? Okay, now I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, but generally speaking, let's say you could trade your life as an AD carry for getting solo first tower gold. Depending on to whom you feed the kill, it might be worth it, because 600 gold are, yeah, basically worth 2 kills. And now Emdiel sitting on his Duskblade, as you can see, the Night Stalker passive. And here he gets already 1 extra Eyeball Collection stack. Unfortunately, we cannot see his runes, his rune stats live, but a stack is a stack, right? And also he bought another Serage Dirk, so stacking lethality right away, as we are used to. Well, as he is used to, and we are used to seeing. That's what I was trying to say. And since lane phase is now over, he is looking for rotations that make sense. And he sees the Nidalee top lane, and he also really wants this red buff, but the Zac is just going to steal it. What a scumbag. And still both teams ignoring the Mountain Drake. Nice flash. Oh, the Shen even lives. Nice. The ult was probably meant to kill the Nidalee, but Nidalee just died. Yeah, but as he was killing jungle monsters with it, he just went through with it. Yeah, he ulted assuming to kill the Nidalee with it, but it wasn't necessary. So, small mistake there. 1 auto should kill. Oh, he autoed a minion. Probably a misclick. But even though they didn't kill them, they're forced to back, and lethality and also Dark Harvest work on towers, at least as of now. I don't think new Dark Harvest will work on towers, but this version of Dark Harvest does, so it's obviously nice to push turrets with it. Yeah, they need to retreat. Would be an overstay. They used all their abilities already. Okay, now they need to fight. I wouldn't go too ham though. Okay, she's out of position. Wow, it was close, but paid off big time. Using the laugh tap passive on the wards, I love it. Yeah, but Emdiel got quite a few soul stacks there. He's at 89 right now at 15 minutes, which is a lot. And now he has a juicy buy. He can finish his Ghost Blade and get a ward, maybe. No control ward? Emdiel? Emdiel, why aren't you buying control wards? You should definitely buy control wards. I know he is the higher rank, but buy control wards. It's super important. Especially in the mid game, when all you really fight for is vision and objectives. What a flank! Okay, okay, Camille. I see what you were going for. Okay, what a blowout. Well, too bad. Oh yeah, and he upgraded his trinket to the blue one. And generally speaking, what you want to do is push past river and then rotate, since everything else is just unnecessarily risky and you're not helping the team with it either. So he could already rotate, but also doing this wave is fine, I guess. But now he should definitely rotate. Yeah, or reset. Also fine. He has enough gold for another Serrated Dirk, or well, Emdiel typically goes Last Whisper third item, well, Lord Dom's, that is, but sitting at 1.1k, you can just go for a Serrated Dirk, and I think nowadays he also does this, well, he does this every time. He goes for a Serrated Dirk and just leaves it like that, and then goes for Last Whisper, because this is just an earlier lethality boost. And Last Whisper gets even better the more lethality you have, so I guess this is optimal. He probably did the maths for this, I would assume. I'm not sure though. Ouch. And Nidalee should go down. Emdiel needs to... It's always very risky to flank as an AD carry. Yeah, Emdiel not opting to go in there early. Wow. Okay. Very nice, he cornered the Zaya there. She couldn't really go anywhere. The ulti even covered this corner, which was very important for this fight. Yeah, he's doing so much damage. It's very hard to deal with him. Using the plant in order to be able to stay. He's not at a good buy there. He needs 1.3k for the baby Last Whisper. The baby Last Whisper, I mean the... You know what I mean. The component, right? Okay, checking the bush, making sure to not get assassinated. And it's also at the benchmark of one-shotting caster minions with one auto attack, which is very nice. I thought he would miss the cannon minion there. Luckily he didn't. Now he's sitting at enough gold for, yeah, for baby Last Whisper. Yeah, but this game is starting to snowball out of control against the blue team. Oh, he didn't even opt for it. He just went for a pickaxe plus longsword. Valuing the AD over the 10% armor penetration. To be fair, what's 10% gonna do? Let's look at them. Let's look at the Camille, for example. Where is she? Never mind. Camille, where are you? There she is, and she is sitting at 72 armor, so this would be 7.2 armor penetration. Oh my god, I don't want to miss anything. Okay, Orianna got a kill. Never mind, it was probably just a pick. But The last Whisper component is it's 10 AD and 7-ish armor penetration for 1,300 gold. And if you're looking at the Dirk, it's 9 armor penetration and 25 AD. Yeah, so probably maybe he did the maths, I don't know, or maybe he just thinks it feels better to go for the AD. I'm not sure, but understandable. Against really no tanks. Oh my god. This is just a slaughter right now. Yeah, but against no tanks, it is probably more beneficial to just go for the AD. Instead of the 7 armor penetration and 10 AD for the 1,300 gold. Probably. Yeah, this inhib is free. Shen already pressuring the bot lane. So they can set up a Baron play. I guess Shen has ulti? No, he doesn't. Okay. So now he doesn't have any of his teleports. So his summoner is on cooldown and his ulti is on cooldown. So the split push for the Baron play is not as viable. But maybe the enemy doesn't know if Shen has his ulti or not. That would be... Well, this is Masters to Challenger Elo, so you should assume they keep track of your cooldowns. I don't know. Yeah, but they're clearing vision around Baron, which is the correct thing to do, obviously. And now Emdiel sits on all his lethality items and working... Well, not all his lethality items, he's still working on his Edge of Night, obviously. And they're going for the dragon, maybe, or just going to help the Shen? Yeah, the Shen is down. Can we see a one-shot? Barely. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky. He wanted too much there. Wow, I thought this was pretty much over, but they fed the Needle a triple kill randomly. And they have to abandon Dragon for this. Yeah, but none of them have armor, so Misfortune pretty much dealing true damage to everyone. Maybe in a game like this, it would even be better to just finish... I was about to say to just finish Edge of Night instead of going for Lord Doms, but Lord Doms is 35% and 35. Yeah, that's a lot. 35. That would be 35 armor penetration against 100 armor. So 17.5 versus 50 armor, and 17.5 armor penetration versus 50 armor is definitely viable. And Camille, for example, has more than 70. Yeah, Lord Doms is definitely better, I would guess. And he's going for Edge of Night anyway, so there is that. He's doing 2 damage anyway. Denying the enemy some jungle farm. Also nice. How many stacks? Let's see. 170? 178. Alright. Can he... He knows he's not spotted because of Duskblade. Oh, that's a spell shield. Nice, nice order. He went for the ult first and then for the auto attack. And he completely ignored the spell shield since, well, his Q procs it, but then he doesn't have anything to capitalize off of that. Because, well, ult and E are both AoE damage, so they got straight through the spell shield. Yeah, just ulting right away without Needle knowing what's happening and then just autoing her for the kill, that was definitely correct. Now it's 4v5. Yeah, what a slaughter. Wow. And that should be Baron and the game. Good old lethality stacking without boots. Disgusting damage, really. Yeah, there's no way Needle can defend this. Yeah, look at the damage against the turret, it's crazy. And that's the game, indeed. Oh well, yeah, just a classy snowball. Lethality Misfortune. I love this build. Well, I love watching Emdiel play it, but no boots. I'm not a fan of it personally. You can do it. Maybe let me know in the comments. Do you buy boots or don't you buy boots? Are you doing it like Emdiel? I personally buy boots. I don't feel comfortable roaming or fighting, especially in minion waves, when I don't have them. But yeah, I'm curious about your opinion, and if you want more Misfortune stuff, you can subscribe to the channel or click on one of the videos on the screen. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.